Hello everybody, welcome back to the shop. Well, it's almost midnight and I'm done working on planes for a while. So I thought we'd go over my surprise. No. we're gonna go through Bob's tackle box. Y'all know I'm a fisherman, don't you? Oh, now guys, I got something on my bucket list I'm going to do this summer, and that is go musky fishing. And I had one of my fans, I've been talking about it here and there. I had one of my fans tell me that muskies are hard to catch up there. He lives up in Wisconsin, and it's pretty much, you got to get a guide. So if that's what I got to do, I got to do. But on YouTube, them guys are just catching muskies like we catch walleye down here or anything else, I don't know. But I've seen Lake St. Clair up by Detroit is a good place to go. I don't care where I gotta go. So I need one of my fans to hook me up. This is on my bucket list. I've been collecting some lures. And I just can't believe I ain't buying any lures in a while. Got a pretty good sized tackle box, been full. I ain't really been looking, past few years. And man, I'm just shocked at the lures they got nowadays. Check that bad boy out. I mean, when it's going through the water, it really looks like it's swimming. These are called swim lures. This is a deep diving one. Got it off eBay, and they really ain't that expensive. All these lures were under $20 each. This one was maybe 18, and this was the bigger one, okay? Or one of them. I got one in there bigger, but I thought these are really cool. And I've been known to sneak down to Lake Fork a few times. Can you imagine the largemouth that's going to eat this? Now I know what you guys are thinking, that's way too big. But get on YouTube and see and click what fish eat. I was watching some of them videos the other night. You would not believe the fish they're pulling out of these big fish's bellies. And so you can't be afraid to chuck big lures, even if you just drag them behind the boat for a while. Okay? I learned that. The biggest bass I ever caught at Lake Fork, and it's probably the biggest bass I've ever caught, was 10.5 pounds. And I caught him on a lure, almost that long, but it was a little bit skinnier. So, big fish eat big lures. Check out this monster. I think this is the most. This was like $18 or $19. Free shipping. Free shipping. Big old bad hooks. Got a rattle in there. And this is like a suspended. This will only go down 3 or 4 feet. And then you jerk it and it swims. And even the largemouth, man, can you imagine, or a striper? That's a good striper lure. This is a good striper lure. And check this bad boy out. Oh, we ain't done yet. Look at this bad boy. It's a big old eel. Now I've seen a old boy on YouTube, musky fishing. He chucked a big old lure like this, and he caught him a 50-pound muskie. And that's what that is. But man, that again, I wouldn't be afraid to chuck this at Lake Fork. And on a hot July night, about 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh yeah, baby. You better hold on to that rod. Now this thing's almost comical. The fish that eats this, you're gonna need a bigger boat. I got this for 15 bucks. I believe I got this at Lure Outlet. But it's a musky lure, but largemouth, big old striper. Man, you chuck this, something eats this, you better hold on to that rod. That's what I want big fish. I don't like chucking little lures and catching little fish. My odds might go down, but baby, you hook something on this, you got a fishing story. You know what I mean? My goodness. It's almost comical. Well, it was only $15. And it's, well, I think I got this at a lure outlet. But just Googling musky lures. But I'm serious. I'm gonna go musky fishing this summer. But I need one of my fans to say, I got the spot, Bob. Come on up. Well, these are just some big jitterbugs. I've chucked these at Lake Fork, but never caught nothing. Jitterbugs are real good. I bought this for like $12. It was an auction. This is a deep sea lure, but man, again, muskies, stripers, a largemouth bass at Lake Fork, or even around here for largemouth. We got some 8-pounders around here that eat that. Check these out. These are striper lures to go get down deep. I actually ordered these before I went to Beaver in December, but they didn't get here in time. But these will go down deep. They got this big metal head. You could actually see these on your fish finder. If you got, if you're marking fish down 50 feet, so you got these things that clip on your pole. Put your line in there. It tells you how much line you got out. If you got stripers down 50 foot deep, you can let 50 foot of line down with this and dangle it in front of your nose. You can actually see these on your fish finder too. And you can actually see them big stripers coming up to it. And that's my plan anyway. Kinda went on nuts on eBay. eBay's got the lures, man. Well, that's my musky fishing lures. Uh-oh, I'm missing one. Oh, this big old beast, and it's got an eye on the bottom. Will you imagine a fish that's going to eat that? You better hold on to that rod, baby. Oh yeah, Daddy's got some good rods. I ain't worried about my fishing poles. I got a couple good ones over there. And my buddy Todd in Louisiana, that guy's got some fishing holes, man. He's always sending me pictures of all these fish he catches. I'm gonna go down there one of these days and go fishing with my buddy Todd. But around here, for walleye fishing, about all, you know, stuff like this works really well. Bouncing off the bottom. That's drift fishing though. Me and old Balcom didn't like that drift fishing though. Too much. It's too boring. We like to troll. You know, my fishing buddy Balcom. I still miss that guy every day, man. It's been years and I still miss that guy. Here's what I caught. Right before Christmas I went to Beaver and caught that 30-pound striper. That's what I caught him on. That lure right there, baby. Trolling with it. And so they got some smaller ones. They got these smaller swim lures also. And these are like $6, free shipping. These ain't very expensive here on eBay. And this is again just like a jerk bait. That's a deep diver. I'll show you the walleye killer around here. This thing right here is guaranteed fish in the boat, baby. Flat A bomber, this color right here. And I got down to one and kind of panicked a little bit because you can't find them anymore in the stores. Got on eBay, bam, and I got a couple spares. But that's about my all-time favorite around here. That's guaranteed fish in the boat, baby. That's about all the special ones. I got a couple others on eBay. And of course, my all-time favorite topwater's the old jitterbug, man. There's a little pond. It used to be closed to the public for years. It was private property, then the city bought it. And now it's open to the public. It's a pretty good sized lake. But there's a lake behind it. A little pond that no one ever fishes, man. It's kind of hard to fish a lot of trees. I sneak back there with that jitterbug and just have a blast right there off the bank. And it's just about 5 minutes from here. Got this one on eBay for like $3. And it's a little locust. I'm gonna, wait till late summer when them locusts start buzzing and chirping. You can hear them, ring, ring. The noise they make. I'm gonna go to that little pond and chuck this thing. I bet it works really good. That's about all I got. Oh, here's another one of them swim lures for musky fishing. Bam, a baby musky. Oh yeah, they're cannibals. Look on YouTube. And then here's another one of them swim lures. This one wasn't very much. This one was only like $6. Been collecting these lures for years. And lose a couple, buy a couple. You gotta know how it goes. I like the lure fish. I like the troll. This cruise, listen to the radio. I like the bass fish. I think that one of it worked good at about any bass lake. That one right there. There's another trolling lure right there. I bet they just tear up them white bass and the walleye. Yeah. Stuff like this works good too, these jointed ones. This is probably about the biggest I'd troll with for walleye around here. I've got one on an AC plug before, and Balcom used to use these long ones a lot. But I like about this right here because a wiper hit that walleye. This one here, that's a good one for wallies, wipers, white bass. Of course, we all like our little shad looking lures. Yeah. That's my tackle box, guys. Now I just need someone to say, man, I got the spot for muskies, Bob. Let's go chuck that big ass lure you got. The big old topwater. Man, the fish head hits that thing. Ooh, you better have a firm grip on that rod, baby. You're going for a ride. It's going to take you half an hour to get that fish in. This thing, if it was a largemouth, there's big old bass in Lake Fork. I mean, there's monsters. They've actually found a floater. 22-pound floater that was dead, and it's not unheard of to hear people catching 13, 14 pounders, several a year. And can you imagine the largemouth that had hit that big old green thing, or any of these big lures? So they're worth chucking, Yeah, you can't chuck them all day, but I got a great big spinner rod that chucked that thing about a half a mile. And even, I know it's too heavy to chuck all day, but that's something you throw at sunset or even at night. See, I like to fish for bass at night. I go to them, there's a lot of sand pits around here. When I was a younger man, I used to get in all of them. But there's just a couple now. That one pond I was telling you about. It's just a few minutes away, out about midnight, on a nice summer night, hot summer night. You go down there and chuck some buzz baits. I tell you what, them big bass come out at night, baby. And you can tell if you're gonna catch one when you first get there. If you hear dead silence, if you don't hear no fish splashing, and it's just dead calm, dead silent, you ain't gonna catch a thing. But if you get out there and you hear fish splashing, oh yeah, baby, you get out that buzz bait, and then you catch some big old bass. And got that one, and this is a normal size buzz bait, and Texas size buzz bait. But I chuck this around here. I love these buzz baits at night. I don't use a jitterbug at night. I don't know why. I just love these buzz baits. Them bass will chase these things up. You know, it's late at night. You're the only one out there, and you're hearing stuff. You're hearing noises in the background, and you're reeling that pole in, and all of a sudden a big old bass will just explode on it, just right there off the bank, and just scare you out of your britches. Oh yeah, love that stuff. So that's my tackle box, guys. Now, I got some pretty spinner baits in here. I like big stuff. Here's a big old spinnerbait, baby. Oh yeah, and then normal size spinnerbait, of course. But I like the big stuff. You can't be scared to chuck the big stuff. And you know, chances are you might not catch nothing, but if you do, it's going to be a monster. You know, I'd rather have a small percentage of a chance of catching a monster than a 0% chance. You know what I mean? If you don't chuck them, you ain't gonna catch them. That's just how it is. And I just think them big old bass, they don't like to chase bait all day. They're just big, fat, and lazy, you know, like some of us. You know, they just want that easy big meal so they can go lay back down on their rock in the shade. You know what I mean? And then you gotta think like a big old lazy bass, man. And I don't know. We'll see if it happens, but is anyone out there got the musky fish in the hole? Come on, man, take me fishing with you. I'll give you a hint on what my surprise is. Okay, it flies. I'll give you 2 hints. It flies in the air. It burns jet fuel. Okay, there's 2. I'll give you 1 more. I'll give you 3 hints. And it's military. Bam, baby. Let's see you back in the shop.